Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me as we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reed does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. So, the first thing I see when I opened up this new video from Amberlynn Reed is whatever is going on with this hair. She's doing this again. I don't know what she's going for there. You know, in the last video, I called her a horse's ass. And I mean, I think that's what she's going for. Toddler horse's ass. I don't know, man. She looks in the mirror. She looks in the mirror and is like, I am sexy. I don't get it, man. But anyway, she uploaded. And it says, I will never talk about my love life again. Okay. Yeah, according to Salty Crab, in her last live, Amberlynn was texting a bunch and doing that little giggle that she does and kind of being giddy.
Who are you texting? Just this person. Oh my goodness. Like, if you're tuning in now, it's not like a girlfriend or anything. I'm single. Oh my God.
So we know that's not going to last. As soon as because the problem is she needs to make sure everybody knows that she is special enough, hot enough, quirky enough to have a girlfriend. She wants everybody to know she can get a girlfriend. So as soon as somebody starts showing up or talking, she'll talk about it. Now, will that person be on camera or will they be more like Jade? Who knows? But she'll talk about it for sure. And watch me get COVID for the first time ever. I mean, okay. Anyway, if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello. Welcome to a new video. So today's actually February 7th, my mom's birthday. So we celebrated some of her birthday last night.
She is 15 days behind. She uploaded this on the 22nd, and this was recorded on the 7th. So we're more than 2 weeks behind.
Now we're celebrating it more tonight. We're actually going to my grandma's, and I am looking a little extra because my mom loves an extra look. And
she's got to have the ear pod. Bro, here we go. Hello. I'm not like cooler than anybody else. I mean, some people say I am, but I mean, you know, who's to say? I'm not like extra cool or anything. I mean, you know, just doing my thing, you know.
She loves when I wear the butterfly clips in my hair, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And I actually got them on Amazon months ago, and I forgot that
Wait, who loves it when she wears those in her hair?
And I am looking a little extra because my mom loves an extra look, and she loves when I wear the butterfly clips in my hair, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it.
I'm not buying that for a second. Nope. She probably gets a lot of shit for wearing those clips in her hair. I think people are like, girl, what are you doing? You look like a child. And so this is her saying, no, it's not me. I don't want to wear it. My mom loves it. My mom loves it when I wear the clips in my hair that make me look like a toddler. Well, and we found out in the live also that she said that her mom is obsessed with her. Like, what a wild and crazy thing to say about your mother. Because people were saying that she doesn't treat her mom very well and that her mom really doesn't like her all that much. And she says, girl, my mom is obsessed with me. Like, what does that even mean? What the hell is even that? No, that's some narc behavior.
And I actually got them on Amazon months ago, and I forgot that I had them. They were on my bookshelf in this big bowl, because this big bowl used to be a catch-all for me. It was like lower down here, but now there's nothing in it. But yeah, I forgot that I had them. So I went on Amazon and I was looking for like 90s butterfly clips. I was feeling a little hesitant about wearing them, but literally every single person in the reviews, which there was so many, they were all women my age. So I don't feel too bad about it. I think it's just like a cute little pop of color. I feel like it's art. Like,
those people probably don't wear 5 in a ponytail. I feel like whoever else is wearing those things, they probably pull it off a little better than Amberlynn Reed. Because they probably understand like fashion and what looks good. And Amber just has a giant horse's ass ponytail on her head.
Like some women on there, like who had it like in their braids, like it looked so good. So I was like,
There's
I want to
even
try
more.
it, and it looks okay on me. Okay, guys, so I've been home for a little bit.
See how she says, looks okay on me? Like, Because she knows there's somebody in the comments that's going to glaze her and be like, girl, it doesn't look okay. It looks great on you. You just slay, queen. And the odds of that being her on a sock account are more than zero.
I had a great time with my mom, my grandma, my stepdad, but now I feel like I need to have a heart-to-heart with you guys, like genuinely. So I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that I have not been talking about like how hurt I am and how heartbroken I feel because of my breakup.
I think it feels like she's been talking about it a lot. Like, that's like mostly what she's been talking about.
And that's because I've actively chosen not to talk about those things. Tommy and I were together for 7 months. She actually broke up with me on
Yeah, that's not much time, bro. Like, that is not long enough for you to be this heartbroken about it. And you only actually saw each other for like 3 months. So, grow up.
our 7-month anniversary, and that was January 26th because we started dating June 26th. And I know for a lot of people, like 7 months isn't a long time, but
Yeah, it's not. Not to act like this. You know, that, and the thing is, yeah, you can fall madly in love with somebody in 7 months, but when more than half of the relationship is just online, that makes it even more stupid. And don't forget that when they got together, it was right after Emily's fiance had just died. So I have no sympathy at all. It's a stupid relationship that shouldn't have happened, and she's being really immature and just milking it because she's a baby and she just wants the attention and she has nothing else to talk about. But I have a feeling she's going to say, you guys just don't understand. It was such a strong but gentle love. We just fell in love so hard.
I fall in love quickly and I get attached super, super quickly.
Oh, I forgot it's BPD. Bro, okay. I don't know why I didn't think it's BPD, you guys. That's why she's acting like a child about this whole thing. The BPD.
Especially when it's like with someone like that, like the bond that I shared with her was intense and I loved her deeply.
You guys just wouldn't understand. You've never felt a love like this. A love that you just don't know until you've experienced it. Does that sound familiar? That is the quote that Emily gave at her fiance's funeral, who allegedly Emily had basically made her eat herself to death, and then said the same thing on an Instagram post or something about Amberlynn, like word for word. I mean, what else do you want, man, to show that that was completely insincere? But she, again, it's a narc thing. She has to say her relationships are different and special, and you guys just wouldn't understand because it was so intense. Like, shut up.
And it's not even just like the fact that I was with her for 7 months, but it's the fact that I spent almost half of that living with her. When you live with someone,
Yeah, almost half. 3 months. And not really living with her, but just like visiting her. And I mean, no joke, I think Emily hated every second of it. I think the week after, maybe the day after, Amberlynn kind of moved in, Emily was like, God damn it, I wish I hadn't invited her. Because you know Amberlynn was like, all right, time to move in. Here's my new caretaker. I want some food. I'm going to sit here on the couch. So, yeah, Emily was not ready for what Amberlynn brings to her relationship.
like that obviously grows your bond even more. And I don't know if you guys have heard of like women loving women relationships. Like we're extremely passionate and we connect on every single level. Like two women loving each other. Those breakups are.
See, and it's still the narc stuff, right? She still has to be like, I loved her so much, and she loved me so much too. She did the same thing with Rarity when she lost Rarity.
Rarity was my literal life. And like, you guys know how much she loved me too. And it's just.
She has to be like, and they love me too. Which I think we can all agree is her trying to convince herself more than us, you know, because we see what's happening. We could tell they didn't have any chemistry at all.
Sometimes like super tumultuous.
Did she just say tumultuous? Did she mean tumultuous?
And detrimental, and it freaking hurts. It's like I hate having to explain that. I hate having to explain my pain and why.
But she keeps talking about it. If you hate it, shut up.
I hurt because we've only been together for 7 months. I think that's silly to ever have to like clarify or justify the way that I feel when I.
She's watching reaction channels. She may be watching me because I say that all the time. Of course, I think probably everybody, anybody who's reacting to this has probably said, girl, it was 7 months. Get over it.
I am going through a broken heart and when I'm going through actual true pain. So not only do I not want to talk about my heartbreak, I don't want to talk about my love life. From this point forward, it's not happening. So whether I
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that.
am flirting with someone, I'm in a situationship with someone, I'm getting into a relationship with someone, I'm going on dates, no matter what it is, I will not be speaking about it.
Bullshit. We see how she gets when she texts on lives and gets all giddy and stuff. She can't, and it's not that she's accidentally doing that, right? It's not that she just can't help it. She's doing it on purpose. She does that because she wants people to ask. She wants people to be interested in her love life. Because she wants to be able to say, I've got a girlfriend, you guys. Being a girlfriend is like her whole personality.
I do not feel safe to do so, and I don't think I ever will.
I don't feel safe. Girl, your entire life is on the internet. Shut up.
There were things that happened when I was with Tommy, personal things.
And she's still calling her Tommy. That is so annoying. I mean, it's just, she is so childish. She gave Emily a nickname for no reason. Emily herself even said, I don't know. She just started calling me Tommy. I have no idea why. And then later, when Amberlynn was asked, why are you calling her Tommy? She says, out of respect, because that's what she wants to be called. And Emily was like, no, I have no idea what she's talking about. What a fake piece of shit.
Were discovered, found out. There was doxing and harassment and threats. I no longer want to put someone and myself in the situation of having that happen.
Maybe listen to people when you first get in a relationship with somebody and people start saying, hey, this is dangerous. Don't get in a relationship with this person. I mean, that could help because that's all that was happening at the beginning. Now, obviously it was tea. It was stuff to talk about. The reaction channels were, grabbing onto the feeder thing because it was interesting. But a big portion of the audience was trying to warn her, like, bro, you don't need to be in a relationship like this. You're going to get hurt or worse. But instead of listening and going, maybe I should at least think this through, she goes, I'm not listening, la, la, la. Because that's Amberlynn. She's got to be right all the time. She even said, you guys don't want me to be happy.
But all of these people who act like they care about me and they're worried about me, bull. Like, you guys have never wanted to see me happy.
But generally speaking, people haven't come for her girlfriends just because they're Amberlynn's girlfriends. People didn't have a problem with Jade, mostly because she wasn't on camera much, but people knew who she was, and nobody really cared. People gave Beck a hard time mainly because at the time, it seemed like they were enabling. We didn't realize they were a victim until kind of later on. But even that, there was no harassment or anything like that. It was just comments. And that's what Amberlynn's talking about. The harassment and the doxing. It's just comments. People talking online. Now, Emily's was a little different, but it was Emily being a feeder that was the main problem. That's why people came for her. And just once people started realizing who she was and all the stuff coming out about her and the way she allegedly sort of fed her fiance to death. I mean, yeah, people were trying to help Amber, but she will never see it that way. She doesn't take help. She takes hate.
I wish people would just watch my life and not get involved with my life. When outside influences start to affect my actual real life relationships with people, that's when I know there's an issue.
Then don't post it on the internet. It's the internet. Like, what do you expect? Like, it sucks, but you know this. That's the problem. She's been doing this for 11 years, 12 years. And again, people really didn't do all that with her last relationships. Not nearly like this. And it was because they were trying to warn her and help her.
A lot of negative things happened, and those things would have never happened if it wasn't for the fact that I would have just kept Tommy secret. Me and Tommy loved each other so much, and we wanted to share that with the world. And that was new for me because I had just got out of 2 relationships, a situationship that all of them wanted to be private. So it was exhilarating to me to be able to be like, this is Tommy.
And how stupid of Emily, right? Knowing that she is clearly a feeder, knowing all of the things that have happened in her life, she decided, I think I want to be a public figure. She didn't think that through.
me, someone that I love so strongly and who also loves me back. We both genuinely wanted to share that with the world, but in doing so, it ruined us both. I want to be able to come on here and share.
It ruined them both, you guys. No.
My life with you, and that includes my love life, but I can't do it anymore.
You guys see? You did it. It's your fault that I just can't share the things that you want. I can't give you what you want because you ruined it. I don't care. Because we all know this is a lie, whether she knows it or not. So it may not be necessarily a lie, because I don't think she even realizes that she's full of shit. But we know this isn't true. The second she gets a girlfriend, she's going to start sharing her love life again.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be different. But from this point on, I'm not going to talk about anything to do with relationships. We're not going to talk about if
I think she's said that before.
I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. Like, we're just not talking about any of that anymore. And it's not a punishment, even though I'm sure it feels like that to a lot of people.
Now that is a narc statement that I know a lot of people think that my not sharing part of my life is a punishment. Imagine the mentality you have to say something like that. That the general public would feel punished that you don't talk about your love life to them. Like, damn, girl, you need help.
It's just to protect myself and the people I love.
My peace? Is she going to say protect my peace?
Whether that be now or in the future. I just think that there are consequences to people's actions, and this unfortunately is a consequence for all of us.
You guys, it's your fault. It's a consequence for all of us. Holy shit, man.
Hello. It is the next day. It is February 8th. So I just put wasabi in this.
Is that weird how she says 8th? I mean, it's spelled EIGHTH. So, I mean, I guess it could be 8th. But I've always said it 8th. And I've always heard everybody else say 8th. Like 8th. But she says 8th. I don't know. Is that weird? I mean, all the things that she says wrong, I feel like this could be added to it. But then I thought, I mean, it is kind of spelled like it could be 8th. But I don't know. It just sounds weird. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. That is some greasy ass hair. Also, it's Saturday. You may hear some noises in the background. I try to get my kids to be quiet while I'm recording, but you know how that goes. They get on their VR headset and they just don't have any volume control at all.
Cat carrier because today is their yearly vaccinations / checkups and stuff, and poor Wasabi is meowing, but my mom is about to come pick me up. She'll be here in like 2 minutes.
Okay, so Twinkie's there too. She said it was time for their checkup, but she only has one cat. So I guess, all right, Twinkie and everything too. But this is really just her being like, look, everybody, I do take care of my pets. I promise. But what do you want to bet they're not microchipped? Now, apparently she said Twinkie is. One of them is. She said one of them is microchipped, but not the other. Seems strange that you wouldn't just get it done to both of them at the same time.
All right, you guys, so I've been home for a little bit. I have 2 healthy fur babies, of course. Okay, so I want to do
You hear that, haters? She has 2 healthy fur babies. Yeah, but there should be 3.
a taste test. I'm actually about to make me a sandwich. I've been obsessed with sandwiches lately, but I wanted to try these 2 chips that I got. The first one is black bean spicy jalapeno. I don't know if I've ever had these before. They do sound a little familiar. Let's give them a taste. That is genuinely the faintest jalapeno flavor I have ever had in my life. If my eyes were closed.
I don't know, man. The more I watch her and the more I see stuff like this where she's just doing taste test of random shit she finds at the grocery store or just wherever, it just brings to light just how much she thinks about food, right? Which we know that. This is not a new revelation or anything, but it's just wild. You know, that's all she thinks about. All day long, she is just thinking about something she can eat. In this video that has nothing to do with food, she got to do a taste test. While you're watching YouTube for the next week, count how many times, other than Amberlynn Reed, and other than like obvious like Foodie Beauty and Glitter and Lasers, you know, the YouTubers that tend to focus on food, other than them, count how many times any other YouTuber talks about food in videos that aren't specifically about food. I don't think it comes up very often, right? Because this is not a video about food. She's just eating food because that's all she thinks about.
I would not taste jalapeno. And they're not spicy, at least not to me. I handle spice really well, so maybe to the average person, there might be a little kick. But regardless, the flavor is good. I just can't tell you what that flavor is. Next one I want to try are these. It is in a different language, but here in the back you can see it's garlic bread, so let's try it. Oh my god. They won't open. I have to do it like this. I don't like doing it like that. So it's also...
It messes with her BPD or her anxiety or OCD or ASMR. Something. It triggers something for sure. Pull in the corner like that. I can understand. That definitely triggers something in her.
Also a sun chip. All right. Whoa. That actually genuinely tastes like garlic bread. What? That's good. Okay, guys, so I have a real quick Amazon haul. First things first is I got some new slippers.
Just FYI, I'm going to have an Amazon haul coming soon. I'm working on it. I'm gathering all the things for it. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be doing an Amberlynn Reed Amazon haul in the near future.
Slippers. I highly recommend these slippers because I get a new pair every year. So they're just black and the brand is Everfoams. It literally says cozy and comfort. Very true. So I also got some blush. It's NYX Professional Makeup Buttermelt Blush in the color Butter Together. So cute. All right, first impressions when I open it. It isn't as pink as it looked on Amazon, girl. So that's what it's looking like. We can really...
I mean, it looks pink to me. I'm not sure what it looked like on Amazon, but I'm not a makeup connoisseur, so what do I know?
Do a first impressions. I'm just gonna use my finger because, you know, why the heck not? I will say it is super like creamy feeling. Is that the buttermelts they're talking about? The lighting isn't 100%, but I will say just based on like how it goes on and like the little bit of like glow it gives, which I can see it in real life, but on the camera, I can tell that you guys can't really see it. I recommend, and this is on a face with no foundation whatsoever. So I imagine on a good day when I have like foundation on, it's actually gonna be really cute. So I also wanted to try this brand, Happy Wax. They're soy wax melts. So they're healthier, it's natural ingredients. So it came with a 3-pack. I got fresh cotton.
Healthier? What does that even mean? For a wax melt, what does that even mean? Like healthier fumes?
Lemon verbena. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I do apologize.
It's verbena. Duh.
And calming lavender. And what I love about this, they're literally just tiny little bears. You literally just plop them on your little wax melt thing. Oh my god, that smells so good. And
I feel like if you had a small child in your house, those would not be safe. But it might give her an opportunity to save someone. Give her an opportunity to be a hero. Because we know she's so good at that.
And when I was looking at reviews and stuff, some people like mix and match. They would add like one of these and one of another. So I got these off of Amazon just so like a quicker shipping situation type deal. But there's like a whole website and they have so many different scents. So if I like these, I might actually start sticking with these instead of like what I have been using.
So I don't really have a lot of smell good things in my house. Like we have a plug-in. Like if people are going to be coming over for like a dinner party or some kind of a event that we're doing at our house, we will, you know, do wax melts or something like that. But generally speaking, we rarely ever use them. We have 3 dogs and we don't ever really feel the need to do that, right? My kids have friends coming over all the time. So it's not like we're recluses that we just are sitting in our own filth, you know, smell. So even with 3 dogs, it is rare that we use any wax melts. So the fact that she's using it all the time makes me wonder what her apartment smells like when those wax melts aren't going.
Well, folks, since I filmed this, I have used them and they smell a lot better in the bag. You can barely smell them once they're actually in use. I'm so disappointed because I was looking forward to using them.
I also got some Band-Aids because hashtag excoriation problems. Last but not least, I got this for my
Gotta be mental illness. I still think, because she does all these videos. Now, granted, her videos, I mean, this one's longer than usual. It's like 17 minutes long. But she does all these videos. Have you ever seen her picking at herself? You would think at some point, just with the law of averages, we would have seen her picking at stuff at some point. I've never seen it that I can think of. I don't know. Maybe it's happening and I just don't notice, but
members live stream to do, but I realized, how am I going to do a Lego members live stream? I have no like setup for you guys to actually watch me do it, and then I wouldn't be able to read the chat, and it's just going to get super confusing. So I'm just
translation, I don't want to put in the 10 minutes of effort it would take for me to set up a camera to where you can see it. She just doesn't want to put any effort into anything.
just going to ask my members during my next members live stream like what you guys want me to do. So yeah, I don't know.
Good morning from me and we saw boys. It's a baby boy.
As you can see here, it is the 9th of February, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos scheduled, and this is a reaction. I genuinely enjoy doing that, but it took me forever.
What? It took her forever? How? She says like 10 things at like 30 seconds a piece. Most of it is just watching her old video. I would say out of the 33 minutes, it's probably 30 minutes of her video, her old video, and 3 minutes of her talking. How could that have taken her that long?
This video.
Also, this little clap, this little thing right here, where this scene is where she has just blamed the way she treated her aunt on her fatness, on her body, and blamed everything on something else and didn't take any accountability at all. And then cuts to her in present day and she's giving herself a round of applause for taking accountability.
Okay, taking accountability. A round of applause, round of applause.
I mean, she is deep into Lululand.
Took hours and hours to make, but I kind of liked it. Okay, guys.
That's wild. That is wild that that would take her hours and hours to make. I mean, here's the thing. Most of my videos are around 30 to 40 minutes long, something like that, sometimes longer. The whole thing usually takes a couple hours, right? It takes me about an hour to get through the video because of all the comments and stuff that I'm doing. And then the editing usually takes an hour, hour and a half, something like that. And I talk a lot more than she did. And I edit way more than she did in that video. So I think she's just making that up just to make it sound like she's working real hard, you guys.
So I'm actually in the middle of doing some laundry, but I woke up with a headache, a sore throat. My fingers are crossed that it is just allergies. I don't get sick.
This is where the COVID is starting.
I never get sick. Before my hysterectomy, which I had in 2020 due to having uterine cancer, I would get sick with a cold once a year, and I would get norovirus once a year, usually like January or December. So that was just like my pattern of life. That was genuinely only happening for the few years that I was experiencing my uterine cancer symptoms. So I think my immune system was like really bad. But then I had the hysterectomy, I got the cancer out of me, and since then I haven't had a cold, haven't had the flu, haven't had norovirus. Nothing like that. The only sicknesses I get is unfortunately cellulitis because I have lymphedema, and the first time I ever had cellulitis was when I was 16, so now it just stays doormat.
Did she just say doormat?
When I was 16, so now it just stays doormat. Just stays doormat. Just stays doormat.
She did that on purpose. You could see the grin on her face. She did that just so that we would comment on it, so I'm not gonna. I mean, other than just to say I'm not gonna comment on it. Okay, it says here that the causes of cellulitis are lymphedema is one of them, but obesity is another one too. So, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that she has the demas, but if she would follow the diet given to her by a doctor, if she would go to a doctor, they would tell her, hey, low carb, high protein diet to help with the demas. And that would help everything. It would help her gallbladder. It would help her pancreas. It would help her lymphedema and lipedema. And by helping all of that, it would also cause her to lose weight a little bit. And then that would help the cellulitis. Everything in her life, physically, could be at least helped by following a diet that is good for the demas.
Very unfortunate, but like colds and flus and things like that. Like, I don't get them. And I was expecting, like, once I moved to Oklahoma that I was gonna be sick all the time because I go places with my mom a lot, multiple times a week. I'm going to like crowded places, and I still, in a year and a half, have not gotten sick. Very grateful for that. So I woke up today with some like allergy symptoms. I'm hoping that's literally all it is. I will say, for the size that I am, my immune system is amazing because I literally, on Thanksgiving of 20.
And again, she does not understand how lucky she is. It is almost a medical miracle that she doesn't have diabetes, blood pressure issues, heart disease. Now, the thing is, she's still relatively young. So I think she's enjoying this luck while she has it, but it is going to run out. And we know she's never going to change her diet or her general lifestyle. So, I mean, it's going to catch up.
2023, I hugged someone who had COVID. They didn't know at the time that they had it. They thought they were just sick. And then a couple of days later, they took the test. It was positive, and I never got it. Months later, one day at bingo, my mom was just not feeling well. She was like, "Can you feel my forehead? Does it feel hot?" And I was like, "Yeah, it does a little bit."
So wait a minute. She doesn't, at this point, she's saying she has no idea what she has. She thinks it might be allergies. She hopes it's allergies. And then immediately starts talking about COVID. And then just by happenstance, it turns out she had COVID. That's suspicious. That's weird.
We were sharing a drink. We were sitting right next to each other. Well, long story short, she had COVID. I never got it. It's just like, I'm so grateful for my immune system. There are a lot of sicknesses happening right now. Like, people who usually don't get sick are getting sick. Literally 2 examples of that is my grandma and my stepdad. They both recently got over being sick, and I just recently saw them. Thankfully, they are feeling better. But yeah, I'm about to finish up my laundry, and I'm just gonna like rest for the day. Okay, you guys, so it's been a long time since I spoke to you guys, and I have more symptoms. Shivers, loss of appetite, my normal...
You buying it? I'm not buying it. So the one time that I had COVID was like during the lockdown. I had to go to work because I managed and maintained an apartment complex. And I was a one-man show. I did everything. So I had to be there to do make-readies, and in case people's, toilets got messed up, I had to go fix whatever the problem was. I wasn't able to stay home. And I was lucky I only got COVID once during that whole time. But the main symptom, in fact, I didn't feel that bad. I didn't even realize I had it. But I just couldn't taste anything. And it sucked. It sucked. I really didn't eat much because it's wild to lose your taste. I could taste like that something was sweet or that something was salty, but I couldn't actually taste the flavor of it, which it sucked. But now she didn't say anything about loss of taste. She just said loss of appetite, but I think she just throws that in there to make it sound like she's not eating.
Normal temperature is always 97.2. It's like the weirdest thing. And last time I checked it, it was 98.6. So that is a little warm for me, but definitely not a fever.
98.6 is exactly where you're supposed to be.
I'm about to check in again. We have 99.0. Oh no. I'm trying to figure out, like, is this cellulitis or did I catch a cold, the flu, whatever the hell is going on right now? Please don't even get me started on the weird misty fog that's been in Oklahoma. And the night that I went to bingo, it was so bad. Like, you genuinely could barely...
I am in Oklahoma, and I'm not super close to where she is. There was one night about 2 weeks ago, there was a fog and it was thick. So, I mean, she's not lying there. There was an actual like creepy fog. Like if you've ever seen The Mist, that movie, The Mist, where all those monsters are in it. That was weird, man. I was taking my son to basketball practice and I could barely see the car in front of me. It was wild.
Really even see like 10 feet in front of you. It was crazy. It's like, what are they putting into the air? Is this mist making everyone sick? Anyway.
What are they putting in the air? It's fog. It's just the atmosphere. It's just the air starts cooling down and it cools down rapidly and the ground is still warm. And so it creates a fog because the cold and the heat are meeting and creating a fog. What does she mean? What are they putting in the air? It's fog. It's like a cloud, basically.
Anyways, I feel awful. If it is cellulitis, I know the precautions to take. I have an online doctor for that where they immediately get me antibiotics and I'm able to figure...
Has she never heard of fog? Has she never seen it before? Sometimes there's fog. It just happens.
that out like really quickly. But if it is just like common cold, sickness, whatever it may be, I'm gonna just get like Dayquil, NyQuil. Regardless, I have the shivers, I'm cold, just overall do not feel good. So I'm gonna go to sleep for the night. I'm trying very hard to warm myself up. I have this massive sweater thing on me. I have 2 blankets on me, which I usually do anyways, but I also have like a pillow on me, and I'm just trying to be as warm as possible. Hey guys, so it is the next morning. It's 6 a.m. and my fever is 101. My whole body just hurts so bad and it feels so freaking hot. It's really scary for someone my size to like have a fever and to get sick. And I just feel
It's really scary for somebody my size to get a fever and be sick. I mean, I get that there are more risks just in general when you're her size. But again, she's just got to be unique.
really awful. I'm about to take me a Tylenol. You guys know me. I hate taking medicine, so you must know. This girl wants her fever down. And I'm going to be washing it down with a Gatorade Zero. I feel so delirious right now. Oh my God. So I contacted my mom. And I was like, I don't mean to bother you. Can you get me more Gatorade? Because this is my last one. And I think she's going to get me medicine and stuff. So my stepdad just brought me some Dayquil, NyQuil, Alka-Seltzer, plus some home-style chicken noodle soup, a big little thing of Sprite Zero, and some more Gatorade here. 2 of them. Oh my God, I'm so grateful. So update, my leg still isn't right or anything, so it's not cellulitis. I got a really big nap in. Now
I'm not hearing anything about a doctor yet.
I'm sneezing, my nose is runny, the whole 9 yards. I have every symptom you can think of when it comes to being sick. But I want to go take a shower and hopefully it'll like clear my sinuses a little bit. I do want to end this vlog because I'm literally just going to be sick and resting for the rest of the day. And I don't want to like annoy.
She's going to be sick and resting for the rest of the day. So it's going to be like every other day. She really comes on here and tries to make it seem like her days are filled with all kinds of activities and stuff. She doesn't do anything. So laying around and resting is literally just her life.
Annoy you guys. Really, it's been, oh my God, since 2020. It's been 5 years since I've been sick. And it does give me a little anxiety. So anyway.
Being sick sucks. It just sucks for everybody. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. I'm sick and it's giving me anxiety. I'm still not hearing anything about a doctor.
Anyways, I'm gonna rest, keep taking medicine, go shower. I look a wreck. I'm currently taking an at-home COVID test.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. That's fair. I will give her that she took the at-home test. Okay.
I just got off the phone with my mom. I'm crying like a little bitch. Fully aware I have COVID. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, I know like, I'm gonna be okay, but like, it's scary. I don't know why.
I mean, I know this seems like an extreme reaction, especially nowadays because there's COVID medications, COVID vaccines, but obese people are at higher risk for hospitalization and more long-term effects from COVID by like 3 times. So while I think it's a little much, right? It's a little too much crying because if you go to the doctor, they can prescribe you medications that help with COVID now. But generally speaking, people who are obese are at higher risk for long-term detrimental effects. So maybe she should take this as a wake-up call. But why would she take this as a wake-up call when 5 million things have happened in her life and none of them have been a wake-up call? She's never seen anything as a wake-up call. So, whatever.
So the test that I have, I already checked and it expires in a couple months from now. But I love this test because it tests for like all the flus. It tests for flu A, flu B, and obviously COVID, which is a dark line with a light line. And there was my thing. Like, I genuinely am so shocked. Like, I didn't expect to be the one. I thought I was just gonna go my whole life without it. And I don't know, I'm just kind of...
So it's become a thing like the flu, right? COVID is now just a thing that people get. They get medication for it and move on. It was very scary when it first came out. And it's still got its dangers and there's some risks, just like the flu. I mean, there are still people that die from the flu every once in a while. But generally speaking, we've got COVID under control. She's acting like she got the plague.
Kind of like scared. So, like, I don't know what to do.
I mean, I could understand this amount of freaking out in 2020, but let's just tone it down a little bit.
Oh my God, no, this is crazy. And
Go to the doctor. That's what you could do.
I just have anxiety, and anxiety lies to you. And I'm genuinely a mess, and why am I documenting this for the whole world? Who knows? I've genuinely tried to end this vlog like 100 times, but I keep having something to say. It's just crazy to me that like I was fixing to shower, and then I remembered that I had a COVID test that also tested other flus, and I was like, this just feels weird to me. So before I got in the shower, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take the test. I genuinely, wholeheartedly was expecting like nothing to pop up, like nothing at all.
That's weird to take a test and expect a specific result. Like, you take a test to find out what the result is.
I have gone so long without COVID, but yeah, I didn't want to leave you guys in the middle of me having like a complete panic freak out. And I know to a lot of people, you guys are probably like, why is she reacting that way? I've always had this weird irrational fear of COVID. That's actually how my grandpa passed away.
I mean, yeah, if you know somebody who passed away from COVID, it's normal to be kind of afraid of it, but not to have an irrational fear of it. She's got to be a little bit extra. She can't just be normal scared. She's got to have an irrational fear.
And I know a lot of people have suffered with like long COVID, and they've also had people in their life pass away from it. And like, obviously it's a scary thing, especially someone who like never gets sick, someone who is over 500 pounds. The whole thing genuinely just freaks me out, but I am calmer now. My mom helped calm me down. I was like, do I go to a doctor? And she was like,
I mean, yeah.
Like, no, this is just one of those things that you have to like quarantine and just wait it out, take medicine to feel better. But if I do notice myself getting worse, then obviously I might like have to see a doctor or something.
I mean, at least call the doctor instead of calling your mom. But the problem is she doesn't have a doctor, right? She waits until something gets to emergency level and just goes to the emergency room. And Beck's not here to take the blame now.
But as of right now, you know, my fever's gone down and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to be okay. Like, genuinely, I'm going to be okay. And I need to just like stay as.
And here's the thing. Most people, like the average person, when they get COVID, they just wait it out, right? They just, whatever, just like she said, quarantine and get over it. But she is freaking out about it. She's at higher risk because she's obese and she's panicking. So why not call the doctor? It's contradictory. I'm so freaked out. I'm so scared. I'm so anxious. But I called my mom and she said, don't worry about it. I didn't think to call the doctor just to ask, like, hey, should I do something? Should I make an appointment?
As positive as possible. A lot of people have had COVID. It's a pandemic for a reason. This vlog has been all over the place. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
The spiel about her love life was just narcissism through and through. And then her freaking out about the COVID stuff is just that whole, I'm so unique. You guys don't understand. I have an irrational fear of COVID. So it's very different for me when I get it. I know it's not that big a deal to you, but for me, it's something different and special. I mean, what did we expect? Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. I appreciate you guys so much. Take care.